Okay, good morning everybody. There are four areas of learning, right? What are they? Okay, reading, writing, listening and speaking. And there is a next one also, practicing. Understood or not? Those who practice regularly, they will make their answer very easy. And these are much more better marks in examination. Yes or no? And those who do not practice, their duty is to bite the nail and act as if it is a nail cutter. That is all. Sometimes they hit the forehead as if answer comes directly from there. Understood or not? So please practice. Namaskar. So it is said that Pashupatinath has got 5 heads. How many? Why there are 5 more mouths, let's say. Is the east direction, west direction, north direction, south direction, and one at top also. So you also have got 5 areas of learning, practicing, and being too much sincere. And when there is discussion, please take part actively in it, so that it will be up to date. Understood or not? Right? So Rajan, will you come a bit front? You can come and sit with. Sit in this bench, either this side or that side, right? Because you are sitting back side and it's disturbing. Youth Pariyar, you came today and you are talking, come this side. You missed some works. Were absent? Were absent? Come in. Why do you remain absent? Sorry? But I was gone from those. What is it? Sorry?
2 week, my mom.
2 week? Oh, she's in church now?
No, she's in 2.
You missed the main works. How will you make up it now? Doing makeup? Focus here. We are discussing and you are just talking. It's very bad. Okay. Yesterday we discussed about taste of oxygen gas. Oxygen is supporter of combustion, so if any burning thing is kept in the environment, oxygen burns more brightly. Next thing, when burning magnesium ribbon is introduced into the gas jar, magnesium oxide, white ash of magnesium oxide is formed. Chemical reaction must be written. What is the chemical reaction? You can see here. Mg, magnesium plus O2, oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide, right? Okay, now children, today the presenter will discuss about these things. What are they? Physical properties of oxygen, chemical properties of oxygen, and uses of oxygen. Then there will be your revision tax, and then note making and question making. I will give you some questions as well. So at first you will read thoroughly, right? What are the first chemical properties?
Oxygen, order-based, and base-based.
Everybody must read, then it will come in mind. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Non-combustible, so presenter may say. Number 5. Number 6. Liquefies means changes into liquid, and solidifies means changes into solid. At very low temperature, gases change into solid and liquid. Now, what is the next portion here? Chemical properties. What is the first chemical property? Why your sound is not coming? What is the first one? Potassium plus oxygen, potassium oxide. Calcium plus oxygen, calcium. Magnesium plus oxygen, Sodium plus oxygen.
Sodium oxide.
Chemical properties means chemical reaction must be written. If you write, then you are okay, you know the things. Otherwise, you will not get the marks. Point number 2.
Most of the elements like carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur brought into oxygen to form their
Hydrogen plus oxygen, phosphorus plus oxygen, carbon plus oxygen, sulfur plus oxygen. See, chemical reactions are here, chemical equations are here, and they are balanced also. We have to balance, right? Point number 3, what is here? Iron changes into ferric oxide when it is strongly heated in the presence of N of oxygen. Fe plus O2, Fe2O4, ferric oxide, Fe3O4. Balancing also important. And what is given here next one? But in presence of moisture, if there is water vapor, then what is formed? Roasting takes place. What is the molecular formula of rust? Fe2O3 dot XH2O. Here is given X. X means variable quantity of water, vapor. What is point number 4? Hydrocarbons, not hydrogen, hydrocarbons. That means methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, septane, noctane, nonane, decane. These are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means give me that down. Hydrogen and carbon is present in that molecule. Like here in CH4, here is carbon and hydrogen or not? In C2H6, what is here? Carbon and hydrogen. So they bond with oxygen and form carbon dioxide, water and heat. In our home also we use gas stove. So there is hydrocarbon, it bonds with oxygen and forms carbon dioxide. Next one. What is next number? What happened to their sound? So we say respiration. During respiration, food bonds with oxygen and forms carbon dioxide, water and energy. That energy is used by our body for various purposes. My hand is rotating, moving like this because of energy. That energy is produced by this reaction. So we must eat food sufficiently. Some of the children, what do they do? They come empty stomach early in the morning. Why? One plateful you can have income, no problem. Night time you can eat less. Morning time, afternoon time, full plate. Okay, Anmol, remember. Jesus Babu has brought lovely food. Look at it. Now he is being stronger day by day. Yes or no? Then, what is last number? 6? Reacts with alcohol and produces carbon dioxide, water and energy. Alcohol. So there are different alcohols. We will be discussing about those in class 10. Now what are the uses of oxygen?
Oxygen is used by
Living beings for respiration. Means converting food into energy. If we close our mouth and nose for 10 minutes, Ram Nam Satte, Kam Kuro Fatte. Yes sir. Point number 2. Artificial respiration. You might have seen the people who are not able to breathe easily. Some pipes are connected, doing like that, right? Artificial respiration. Number 3. What is that? Yeah. One cylinder is carried by those people or not? Light cylinder, it's not heavy. Like our, if gas cylinder is given, then Paramdham over there only, because it is very heavy, right? That gas cylinder is mainly made up of very light particles, light materials, plastic. There may be there is pure oxygen only. So little oxygen is supplied. They- So with the help of machine, it is found in the shop. Gas can be filled easily, right? Next one, liquid oxygen is used as a fuel for rockets. Hydrogen also used as fuel, oxygen also used as fuel. Point number 5, burning fuels. Fuels, can they burn in absence of oxygen? No. Number 6, used in oxyacetylene flame or oxyhydrogen flame to cut and weld metals, to cut the metals, to join the metals. Oxy and acetylene, they burn together, oxygen and acetylene, or oxygen and hydrogen, high amount of heat is produced. Cutting, welding. Welding means just joining. Have you seen in the grill factory or not? Welding is done. What is number 7? Is used to remove carbon and other non-metallic impurities present in iron during extraction from the ore. Ore, this is new word for you. Ore means any mineral from which we can get metal. So today's presenter is none other than our one of the greatest Anupomian, Sneha Rai. Welcome her on the stage. Give her a big round of applause. And the pause again.
Good morning to you all, respected science teacher and my dear friend. As you all know, it's Miss Nehala standing here to give presentation on the topic of some gases. Taste of oxygen. A glowing matchstick in the jar containing gas. If the matchstick burns with bright light, it proves that the gas in the gas jar is oxygen. This is the figure of combusting of magnesium in oxygen. When a burning magnesium ribbon is inside the jar, it burns the dazzling light and produces white ash of magnesium oxide. This proves that the gas jar contains oxygen. Physical properties of oxygen gas. Oxygen is a colorless, odorless, and oxygen is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. Number 2. It is a neutral to an indicator. Number 3. It is slightly heavier than air. Number 4. It is slightly soluble in water. About 3% hens, fish, and many other aquatic animals can live in water. Chemical properties of oxygen. Some metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium bonds with a bright flame in oxygen to produce their oxide. 4K plus O2 is heated and it forms into 2K2O and it is called potassium oxide. 2Ca plus O2, when it is heated, it forms into 2CaO and it is called calcium oxide. 2Mg plus O2 and if it is heated and it's formed into 2MgO and it is called magnesium oxide. 4Na plus O2, when it is heated and it forms into 2Na2O and it is called sodium oxide. Number 2, most of the non-metals like hydrogen, carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur burn in oxygen to form their oxide. 2H2 plus O2, when it is heated and it forms into 2H2 and it is called water. 4P plus 5O2, when it is heated and it forms into 2P2O5, and it is called phosphorus
Pentoxide.
pentoxide. C plus O2, and when is it heated, it forms CO2, and it is called carbon dioxide. S plus O2, when is it heated, SO2, and it is called sulfur dioxide. Number 3, iron changes into ferric oxide when it is strongly heated in the presence of inert oxygen. 3Fe plus 2O2, when it is heated, it forms into Fe3O4, and it is called ferrous oxide. But in the presence of moisture, iron react with oxygen to form rust. The process of formation of rusting is called rusting. 4Fe plus 3O2 plus XH2O, when it is heated, and it's formed into 2Fe2O3 point XH2O, and it is called rust. Number 2, hydrocarbon like methane, ethane, etc. bond into oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water with the release of heat. CH4 plus 2O2, when it is heated, CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat, methane. C2S6 plus 3O2 is heated, it forms into 2CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat ethane. Use of oxygen. Number 1, the oxygen is used by living beings for respiration. Number 2, the oxygen is essential for burning fuels. Number 3, liquid oxygen is used as a fuel for rocket and missiles. Number 4, miners, mountaineers, astronauts, and drivers use oxygen for artificial respiration. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Very long slide. I like it. This is the way. So the children who show full interest, they do much better. Those who take this as burden, then it becomes very difficult for them. Right? So presentation of oxygen gas is done by two students. One Nikisha Manandar and next Sneha Rai, right? And these are the tests. How to test it? It was discussed earlier also. Burning matchstick keeps on burning with bright light, and what happened? Magnesium ribbon. When is it brought near to the mouth of gas jar, it burns with bright flame and forms white ash of magnesium oxide. How to balance it? Balancing equation. Right? Physical properties: colorless, odorless, and tasteless. TASTE. No taste at all. Odor, no smell. Right? And next one is, it is neutral to indicator. Neutral to indicator means it does not show any reaction or any changes in litmus paper. There are two litmus papers. Do you know what are they?
Blue and red.
Red and blue, or blue and red. So when oxygen gas is kept in blue litmus paper or red litmus paper, no change can be seen. That is neutral. Slightly heavier than air means it is found in lower layer of atmosphere. Slightly soluble in water. Because of that, aquatic plants, animals can survive easily. Right? Slightly, I said it. Chemical properties, I just said. Metals bond with oxygen and form oxides of metal. Potassium forms potassium oxide. Calcium forms calcium oxide. Magnesium forms magnesium oxide. Sodium forms sodium oxide. Metals bond in oxygen and form metal oxide. Next one is non-metals. Non-metals also react with oxygen or bond in presence of oxygen and form non-metallic oxides. Hydrogen forms water. Phosphorus forms, what is it? Phosphorus pentoxide. Carbon forms carbon dioxide. Sulfur forms sulfur dioxide. So they produce oxides. Metals also form oxides. Non-metals also form oxides. Iron reacts with oxygen and forms ferrous oxide. But in presence of water vapor, roasting takes place. This is Fe2O3 dot XS2, that is iron rust. And another is reaction of hydrocarbon and oxygen. Hydrocarbon bonds in presence of oxygen and form two compounds. One is carbon dioxide, water, and they release large amount of heat. Uses of oxygen. What are the uses? Four uses here just mentioned. What is the first one? Respiration. All the organisms, they respire in presence of oxygen. When they stop respiring, their life also comes to the end. For burning fuel for rockets, and for artificial respiration. So this portion is over. Now your duty, what is your duty? To make lovely note with sincerity. Understood or not? And in next period, we are going to discuss the question answers. Actually, we had to discuss question answer in this time, but we forgot. Next time we will discuss. Okay?